Usually, as I do this podcast, the the standard edition, the interview edition, I record well ahead of time. That way, I'm not scrambling for guests as I get up on my deadline, my due date. In this case, the day the podcast is supposed to air. So, full disclosure, I have the next few guests lined up until I think the week before Thanksgiving. Haven't really looked at the calendar. Well, while I was recording my guest, John Gervais Jr., he and I worked together at ESPN together. We got into a really good conversation about the importance of voting and just how we dealing with things as being black men in America. So I decided I'm gonna jump the shark a little bit. I'm not going to give you guys the full conversation like that. I'm not releasing that full episode early. You'll find out about John and his journey coming up. However, I'm getting ready to allow you to listen to the conversation, because by the time that episode airs, November 3rd will have already came and gone, and hopefully everything will have gone according to what we hope for. But right now, ladies and gentlemen, here is a special clip, an episode breaking through the glass ceilings with uncomfortable conversations featuring John Gervais.
One line, not to go off, but Drake's, what was that song Drake had, No New Friends?
Mm-hmm.
Anybody that's listening, let me just tell you something. That's the dumbest thing that anyone can tell you. No new friends, no new friends. No, make new friends, man. Make new friends, because new friends are connections. New friends are people that buy property. New friends are people that end up becoming CEOs of companies or head of this department, head of this department. New friends are what gets you to the next level. Old friends are what has you coming home and doing the same things you did when you were a kid. The people that you grew up with that are doing the same things, those are your old friends. Don't get rid of them, because they're there for a reason. But if I don't have new friends, I don't meet you.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Then we're not doing this. I'm not building with you. I'm not able to be like, yo, look, my man, hey, listen, the such and such company is looking for the next great wrestling podcast. I know somebody. But if I don't take the opportunity to really get to know you and become a friend, if I listen to that song, you know what I mean? So I whenever anybody asks me anything, man, like I always like to find a way to get that into the mix, because I feel like that's the dumbest song out there. It's a dope song, it rolls, but it's dumb. The concept is dumb, because you need to make new friends. You need to meet new people. That is how you get by in life. Don't mean everybody gotta get in your circle, but you gotta meet people, man.
Yeah, and people got to realize that's the reason why we in the country in a situation now, because trying to relate to somebody that can't relate to you. This man put a ball cap hat on, and hopefully by the time that this comes out, we won't have we'll be counting down to the end of the term.
Ooh, please, Lord, baby Jesus. All I ask is that on November 3rd, right here, November 3rd, just, oh Lord, I just asked that everything just go back to semi what it was. Not that what it was great, but it's better than what it was, what this is right now.
Mm-hmm. But he put a ball cap on, and all of a sudden, and all the poor people who think the way he do think, oh yeah, he talking like, no, he not. Like Dave Chappelle said.
He's talking to Dave Chappelle, because Dave Chappelle makes buco bucks, and that's who we trying to help. He not helping you. He look at you as actually less than us, because at least we got something to bring to the table, which is why, not to go off on that run, which is why they trying to kill us, because we are the threat.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? An educated black man, a focused black man, and I don't even want to be what's the word I'm looking for? I don't even want to be corny and not give the real love, because, man, shout out to all the black women in this world. Shout out to the mothers. Shout out to the ones holding it down. Shout out to the ones that go. Because I mean, dude, I seen it with my own two eyes. I've seen and I ain't putting no, I ain't gonna put companies out there or put names out there, but I've seen with my own two eyes how in these rooms women are talked to, and it's not cool at all. And these are white women that are talked to, and the black women get talked to way crazier.
Yep.
Way crazier. And anytime they get upset or they get mad, they get labeled, which is not cool, man. So, we all we got, man. And please vote November 3rd. I hope while the times come out, you would have voted. So hope you voted on November 3rd. Hope you made the right choice for what is best for not just you, because it ain't about us right now, man. Because I'm actually working the polls on November 3rd to let you know.
That's what's up.
And I felt like it's my duty for my daughter to do that, because this ain't 50 years ago when our parents were young and our grandparents were young and they had dogs at the polls. But this is about to be damn near close to that. And I feel like this election ain't going to impact me but so much, because I'm going to have to adjust. It's going to impact my daughter more than it's going to impact me. I owe it to my daughter to make sure that every single person that wants to go vote, whatever reason you want to vote, like, you're not about to be standing outside the poll I'm at intimidating Miss Bessie or Uncle Cliff from going to vote. Nah, I will go outside and walk Miss Bessie in and allow Miss Bessie to make whatever the choice she want to make, because her choice is going to help my daughter down the line, man. So I know that was off top, but
that's real talk, man. That's definitely real talk, man. So now you work in the news business, right?
Yeah.
How is it? How you like it?
It's different.
Yeah.
I never really was into the news.
Okay.
I started out in news. I never really was into news. To this day, I really don't even watch news. It's very depressing. I actually hate when I gotta cut videos for the news, because everything upsets me. I'm tired of seeing black men killed. I'm tired of seeing people killed. You know what I mean? And the way our country is that we lead with death. Death is the first thing you ever see. If you go to other countries like Canada, they don't do that. They give you all the positive news first. America gives you all the murders, the molestations, the rapes, all that. They give you all that first, and it's just like, oh, and by the way, Amy has a little lemonade stand, and it's awesome, and and that's like the 30 seconds at the end of the news program, which you probably not even checking for that joint no more, because you probably turned it off after the last weather forecast, because truth be told, what you need after the last weather forecast, right? You don't care about the feel-good puppy story, right? So, like, it's different.
How did you manage, especially because you was working in the height, Breonna Taylor, George Floyd, Jacob Blake, and now, and especially close to you at home, so that's why, I was really like checking on you with the gentleman, Mr. Wallace.
Man, I'll tell you that it's very upsetting with a lot of these things. I've been in multiple newsrooms. I was in a newsroom when O.J. Simpson was about to come out with that book saying, I'm not saying I did it, but if I did it, this is how I would have did it.
Oh, you was?
That book. I was working at Fox, ironically, at the time when they did that. And I was in a room with all white people as this topic came up. And I sat there and I was just like, damn, he gotta chill. Like, damn, like I did rode for you X amount of years ago, whatever. But it's different now, man, because people are more aware now, it feels like. And the racist things, I went to predominantly white schools all my life outside of Hampton and been around white people my whole entire life, right? So like I feel like I have a good idea. And I went to one of those high schools that when white people that went to that high school find out that I went to that high school, they always hit me with oh, you went there. And I'm like, yeah, I went there, no athletic scholarship, straight off the muscle. I went there and I graduated. And I received this award, I received that award, and I went on and I did this and I went and did that. I shouldn't have to tell you all that, but I did, right? So like I function in these environments, and I'll say that the white person that's growing up right now seems to be a little bit more with us. They can only be but so much with us, right? Like you're only gonna ride for me but so much until I actually start hurting your pockets, and then it's like, damn, thought that was a good cause, but I I kind of like my little 100K I make a year, so I ain't trying to mess that up. But look, you be good. Call me if you need me type joint, right? Like, I know what it is in the long run, but like to see people, to see them on the front line with us, to see them, how it's impacting them, man. Like it's crazy to think that it wasn't always like this, where people didn't always seem to have that humane side to them. But you know, it's dope right now, and I would not trade being in the business for anything right now, because I feel like my duty as a video editor for a news is to put as many Black and brown people on the video as possible in a positive light. So for honesty, when I cut a VO, the first thing I look for are Black and brown people. I put them in the front because I know that's when it gets seen. I want people to see Black and brown people happy. I don't put your auntie on that got the slippers and the cornrows in the air. I don't put her on camera. She will not make my video that I'm editing that night. So if you're watching CBS 3 in Philadelphia and you see somebody like that, I did not cut that video. I promise you. You know what I mean? Like, I won't put you on because I feel like that's what they do. They show you that. So it makes it okay for you to go outside like that. It makes it okay for you to go outside and be like, what was my man? What was that meme that went around where he was like, oh my God, he had the red do-rag.
I know exactly. What's that one you gonna find?
Oh my God. Not the one where my man said, I heard a white woman screaming. Anytime you hear a white woman screaming, like, not that bull. Oh my God, like, I know this. Oh man, but you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about. Like,
and somebody listening sitting up there yelling it. They yelling it right now.
They're like, oh my God, you can't get it. Like, I'm not putting that on I'm not doing it. I feel like at my job as a Black man in this country that wants everyone to just be like, yo, we all the same. Literally. Like, if you look at man and where man has come from, no matter how you believe the start of time happened, whether you believe it the biblical way or whether you believe it the scientific way, no matter how you do it, we all coming from the same thing. So if you believe the scientific way, we all started from the same species that came out of the water, that developed the walk, and then we went to different parts of the world, and then we did this. And if you believe the biblical way, which I believe, we all coming from Adam and Eve.
Yep.
We all come from the same God. Why you don't like me? I did nothing to you. All I did was be born with darker skin complexion to you. That's it.
And I didn't ask
that. Yeah.
I love it.
Listen, dude, I love it. I wouldn't trade being Black for anything in the world. But if you telling me I can get that privilege, like, I would like to. Do you watch Lovecraft County?
I've started it. I'm like, I gotta finish it, but I
hated the show, right? Like, I thought it was trash. but there's a part in the show where they give this Black woman the opportunity to be a white woman.
I remember that. Yeah.
I'm not saying I want to go that far, but like, I wouldn't mind knowing what it's like to walk in a store and not have to have everybody follow me. Or my personal favorite, which is for me, to be able to go to an airport, watch all these people go and not get pulled to the side and get the hand wand, and then all of a sudden I'm the person. Like, you can't tell me that that's not corny.
You know, when shortly after George Floyd died, we had a massive meeting at work, and you know, it's via Zoom, everybody home, and you know, they wanted to talk about it. And mind you, my department, let's just say, I would say probably 70-30, right? And only 4 Black, at the time it was 4 Black guys. Now it's 3 because one of them left. Me and the other one who left were the only 2 Black guys under 40, maybe even under 50, to be honest with you. And I said on a meeting, I said, look, y'all got to understand, this is tough right now. I said, no offense to, I mentioned the older 2 gentlemen's names. I said, no offense to them, but me and Kent, my man Kent, I said, we're closer to George Floyd's age. And y'all, I said, we experience racism right here in the office. I said, sometimes I get on the elevator right there in our office building, and people will clench their purse, or they see me, won't hold the elevator, and you see like people on the, on Zoom, they send you the chat. Thank you so much. Thank you for saying that. Yo, that's right. And then, I got a few emails. Hey, I really appreciate you speaking up. But it's real. And I was
It is
listening.
real, bro. And that's funny to do that to you because I know you. You're
Mhm.
like the least harming black man in America, right? Like you're not about to come, like you are a God-fearing man. You just literally want to take care of your family and have fun and you enjoy wrestling.
Appreciate that.
Like you not like I joke and I joke because I find it humorous. I find it hilarious that when I walk down the street, I see a white lady cross the street, she clench a bag or whatever, like you just said. And I just be like, yo, if you had any idea, whoever that person that you just went to cross street, no matter how nice they are, they got a much better chance of doing something to you. Because you know what? I don't want any problems. I just want to go home.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And it's corny because it's like you're clenching your purse, you're doing all these things because of what society has told you that I am. I'm not that. In all actuality, if you look at it, it's your ancestors that were that. Your ancestors were the ones that did this. Your ancestors were the ones that treated people like this and that and acted like savages, even though they call us savages.
Yep.
You know what I mean? I don't come from an ancestral background where my ancestors decided that they wanted to make other people work for them in a demeaning manner and treat them like animals. Like I don't come from that. I come from a background of people where we believe in family. We believe in helping each other out, right? I'm Native American, right? Native Americans, they had wars, but Native Americans didn't go to war at first. They smoked the peace pipe. They sat around and they smoked the peace pipe and they tried to hash it out. That's where we come from. Yes, war is something that happened, but like our people, that wasn't our people. Our people got on boats and things like that. Our people fell for things because we trusted people. You know what I mean? Like we were a trusting people. We were a loving people. We were a caring people. Family is everything. That's where we come from. That's our backgrounds. Now, over time, people grow up differently. Things happen. Society happens. Circumstantial things happen to you in life that make you act a certain way. You know what I mean? Because I do believe you're a product of your environment. I do. Yeah. I do believe your environment does dictate a lot of things you go to, but it's not your fault that your environment is like that because people is a systematic reason that your environment is like that, which is a whole nother bigger thing, right? But like, I didn't ask for that. I don't believe that Nino Brown asked to be introduced to crack and coke. You know what I mean? Nino Brown probably grew up with his mom, having dressing him in on all them Easter outfits and stuff like that, doing his little 1-2 step for the camera and everything like that. But then somewhere down the line, something happened. You know what I mean? Whether, and then that turns you into this person. Same thing for you and myself, dude. Like there was a point in your life without even knowing your background. There's a point in your life where you were faced with the opportunity to do one thing right or do it wrong. You decided to do the right thing, which is why you stayed on the path you're on. I could have went down many bad roads. I've gone down some, but like I didn't go down the roads that are like the roads that they say we go down. I didn't go down those roads. I'm just a 40-year-old, soon to be 40-year-old African American in America that has a daughter who he's just trying to put in the right position in life so that she doesn't have to go through a third of the bullshit that I went through. That's all I'm trying to do, man. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to stop Billy and Paul's pop from opening his sporting goods store and creating generations of sporting goods store for Timmy and Joe and little Paul. I'm not trying to do that. Hey man, get your money. But I just don't understand why I'm trying to do that over here in the black community and you got a big problem with that.
Exactly.
It don't make no sense. It's plenty of money. Like everybody, it's enough for everybody. You ain't got to have it all. Whatever. Whatever, man. Like, just stay safe out here, man. It's really real. Philadelphia people, please stay safe. And I don't know what's going to happen after November 3rd, no matter what the outcome is, whatever it is, please Be safe and tell everybody that you love them because you don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow.
There you go, man. Wow, this was great, man. Let the people know where they can find you.
So you can find me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. First name, last name, John John Gervais. I'm a part of the Count the Dings Network. We have a podcast that comes out every Tuesday. My particular podcast is called Bomb for Black Opinions Matter. The M stands for Mother Effer. And on Thursdays, comes out on Fridays, I produce a show called Growing Up the Same with my man Trayvon Edwards. We are on all social media platforms, all audio platforms, man. Spotify, iTunes, Google Play, you name it, we there, man. Just type in BOMM, and it's just a bunch of Black people just giving you their thoughts and their opinions and trying to talk to you in a way where you'll understand this.
That's the thing, man. And we gotta make sure we let people know, like, we ain't no dummies.
No,
we ain't no dummies. We just out here just trying to make it like everybody else. And and shout out to the allies. Like you said, there's some dope allies, and we appreciate them. And I wonder, I said, man, are we really still suffering for OJ? Because I've said that
we are.
ESPN put together the Made in America piece, and then the other people, FX put together OJ.
Yeah, they put the cute joint, but ESPN gave you the
real.
Raw. And I know we about to wrap, but let me just ask you this. That episode when my man was sitting outside and he was talking to his man, and he kind of basically admitted, I remember watching that episode and I said, yes, he did that shit. Now, I ain't trying to go because listen, I said, man, he did that shit. I was like, damn, I feel bad.
I gotta ask you this. You older than me, so I remember the trial because my mother worked.
I was watching the Rockets finals, bro. When they got in, I was mad. I'm like, yo, I'm trying to watch the finals. Like the Dream versus the Knicks. What are you doing, yo? Yeah,
and so like I was younger, so I hadn't really jumped into sports yet. As a matter of fact, my mother she did daycare, so she would record the trial during the daytime, and then at night she would catch up on it. So it was
Court TV. That was the first time Court TV came out, bro.
Yeah, and it felt forever. But and I remember like my mother rooting for OJ and my grandmother rooting for OJ. And then I sit back and I'm like, wait a minute. At the time, as a child, you rooting. I was.
It was black and white.
Yeah.
It was that cut and dry back then, dude. I remember where I was at during the chase. I remember at the start of the chase.
Okay.
Not because at the nighttime I'm in my house watching trying to watch the finals game, but I can't watch it because it's in the little small corner of my TV, and I'm watching the Bronco sit outside of whatever it was.
And they done brought the Bronco back finally.
They done brought the Bronco back, bro. But I remember where I was at when the verdict happened.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll never forget this moment because I was at St. Joe's Prep, 9th grade. This is how major that trial was. They come over the loudspeaker and they let us listen to the verdict live.
Whoa.
During school, right? And I remember it saying not guilty or whatever it was. Like, you know what I mean? Not guilty, whatever. And if it's 20 kids in class, 5 of us are Black. 5 kids are celebrating. 15 kids are not celebrating. Add another one because of the white teacher.
Wow.
It was crazy to me, dude. Like that was, now that I think of it, that was my introduction to realizing, without realizing it then, how split we are as a country.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was so black and white then. I'm a Black kid and I'm just rooting for this man because he's Black, and I don't want white people to be, you know what I mean? And white people don't care about the facts. They just want the Black man to get joined. Now, fast forward some time, I apologize. I was wrong. I think my man did it. You know what I'm saying? My bad. But that's how we roll. We ride for each other. Mm-hmm. Even though this man was straight up trying to tell us, I ain't Black, I'm OJ.
That was the thing.
Know what I mean?
There. And I sit back and look at it. hindsight being 2020, I'm like, why was we rooting for this dude? I remember a lot of people posting on like social media, like, how in the world did he get off? And I remember my father kept saying OJ got off because he had money. I just thought my father was just talking, but
nope, he was real.
When I saw how that my mother said it was the most expensive lawyer team,
the dream team,
like, and I'm saying, wow. And now, like you said, hindsight being 20, so I'm like, man, that dude guilty. And it seems like ever since then, between Trayvon Martin and all the other countless names have been paying for it. And it's like, we'll give you OJ back. Let's get justice for these other people.
Y'all can have OJ. Please. I didn't shed not one tear when my man went to jail for the Vegas stuff. I just said, damn, OJ. All you had to do was just chill. Mm-hmm. You couldn't even chill. They was looking for a reason for you to go back to jail. You just gave it to them. But I ain't losing sleep over that. In fact, when they were saying OJ was coming home, I was like, oh, that's what's up. Now, I'll tell you this before we go. Yo, he's a hell of a follow on Twitter, though. If you don't follow OJ Simpson on Twitter, you losing out, man. Because I'm going to tell you right now. Because he chimes in on everything. And a lot of times you be like, ooh, OJ, bro, you might want to sit this one out, dude. This is like, OJ like, yo, look, I done came home. I didn't pay my fines for that other thing with the other thing. So now what I'm about to do is I'm about to speak to the people. Okay. You got it, OJ. I ain't gonna tell you nothing to your face, but I know how you roll.
Yeah. I don't know. You might can take him now, you know.
I don't want to find out, bro.
As long as he got a knife.
Yeah, or gloves.
Yeah. All right, man. I definitely appreciate you. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure y'all follow John, man. As you can see, we had a great conversation. So, man, I definitely appreciate you coming on.
I appreciate you, bro. You know, anytime, man. And best of luck to you and everything. And please, people, man. I know the election will be over by the time you hear this. I turned 40 this year. I've been asking everybody to vote for my 40th birthday. So since this will come out after that, I just ask, man, if it's someone that you love, if it's someone that you care about, if it's someone that you got kind of, we've been beefing over some dumb stuff, squash it, man. We've lost a lot of people. I've lost people to COVID. I know other people have lost people to COVID. I've lost people to dumb stuff. There's people that I've lost that I would love to get an opportunity to just tell them I'm sorry or be like, damn, it wasn't that deep. So I just say squash all your beasts, man. Live for today. I'm sorry, live for your children. You know what I mean? And just do what you got to do today, man, because tomorrow's not promised.
Yeah, man, brother. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed that conversation. I hope you know it's your civil duty. Go vote. And I'm going to say it because this is my show. Go vote for Joe Biden. We saw what Trump did, and clearly if we keep going this way, it's just going to be more hatred and people not being held accountable. So let's give Joe Biden a chance. Yeah, he has a sketchy past, possibly not the biggest politician, but I'm tired of there being a racist in the office that's promoting hatred. So let's change the game. Let's all go vote for Joe Biden. You know, I see all these things that say, go vote, go vote. I've never seen this before. When President Barack Obama was running, you saw people saying, yes, we can. And you did see record numbers at the polls because we wanted to see a black man. But there wasn't this sense of urgency to the point where if you were voting for John McCain in 2008, you wasn't looked at as somebody who promotes hatred or somebody who hates black people. You might have been looked at sideways like, oh, so you just don't want a black man to be in office. But now it's a whole different ball game. Lives are on the line, literally. So there was a saying before, vote or die, and that's exactly how a lot of us feel. We made the mistake once as a country. Let's not make it again. So this podcast will resume its regular programming. Like I said, the episode with John, look forward to that as the full episode will come out, but the conversation was just too good. We got to talking about current events that I needed and the stuff that this brother was saying. It was the sense of urgency that this needed to come out right now. So thank you for listening. As always, make sure you hit the subscribe button, tell a friend. Make sure you go out and vote. This podcast is brought to you by B Waters Productions. It is produced and edited by myself, Brian H. Waters, with the music brought to you by Hypnosis. You can find Hypnosis on Instagram at hypno_beats.